Binge and Purge. Binge and Purge. Binge and Purge.
Hello and welcome to Binge or Purge streaming reviews. I'm your host, Dimo. My co-host is Joe Taylor. This is episode 77.
Hey, Dimo, welcome back. Listeners, welcome back.
Welcome all.
Welcome all. Here we are. I've been so excited to talk about this first thing. Can I just jump into it?
Go.
As you know, one of my very favorite sketch series that I've seen on streaming has been I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Robinson was on SNL for a year or two. He took a bunch of sketches that didn't make it on SNL and made them himself, single camera, along with the Lonely Island guys who we love, obviously. Our friend Matt Knudsen makes an appearance in one of the first season sketches.
Yep.
Some other people I think we know are in this latest season. Anyway, season 2 just came out. 6 more episodes. They're about 20 minutes long.
Not even. I think the longest episode is 16 minutes.
Oh, okay. So it's 3 or 4 sketches is all. They're short. It came back with a vengeance. I think it's every bit as good as the first season, maybe better. It's rated R comedy. You know, I think they could have toned some things down a little bit. It's not exactly family friendly. Some of it is, but then it'll devolve into something else at the end and you can't really watch the whole thing. Anyway, I loved every minute of this thing. The very first sketch of season 2, not to give anything away, but it's a prank show where this guy puts on prosthetics and he's supposed to be like an old man, like a Johnny Knoxville type of thing. And he goes out into the mall and he's going to like do pranks and like harass people as an old man.
Second sketch.
Was it?
Yes. And
he finds out that being in this suit is very uncomfortable, and he starts to just kind of be sad that he's doing this. It's one of the most uncomfortable, just thinking about it, obviously it's making me laugh, but the whole thing is very uncomfortable, and his theme, I would say, having seen 12 of these now, it's always about someone who is kind of left out, or like a little bit of an outsider, who is like kind of, hey, can you guys let me, do this with you, or let me be included? And it's just always an outsider. He just has that like theme through all of his sketches, but man, is it funny. Oh my gosh. And it's very simple. It's always like when I took sketch writing, they always said it's one joke per sketch. The thing is not, you don't do several different things. You have one joke and you build on it, etc. He does that perfectly. This is so funny. Have you seen it?
I watched all 6 episodes right before coming over here to record.
Did you really?
I did.
Okay.
Plowed right through them.
Yeah.
And if you remember, we reviewed the first season. You did love it. You absolutely loved it. And what did I think of it? Do you remember?
Yeah, you probably didn't like it.
I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated it. And guess what? I hate season 2 as well.
Oh, really?
I don't know what's wrong with me. And I have tons of people that either, recommend this for us, and then in my private life, like, hey, man, have you seen, I Think You Should Leave? And I'm like, I'm going to check it out. Yeah, I know I didn't really like the first season, but, you're saying it's just great and peachy and so funny. So I go into season 2, open-minded,
Right.
knowing I didn't care for the first season. Maybe something's wrong with me. I know something's wrong with me because I still don't like it. Not that it's bad, but it just is too freaking weird. It's too weird. And I'm like, they don't have endings. I mean, they're just like, okay, we ran out of ideas in this sketch, so cut to whatever. There were some things I did enjoy. I did enjoy the fat suit at the mall.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I like the one, it was super weird, with Paul Walter Hauser. You know who he is?
Larry Jewell.
Richard Jewell.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah.
That was bizarre, okay? And I think the bizarre ones, I'm like, okay, that was good. But I'm not like, oh my God, this is so hilarious. I also did enjoy this. I'm giving what I liked, okay? Detective Crashmore with the old guy, basically Santa Claus.
Oh,
if
yeah.
Santa Claus was an actor in an action film.
Yeah.
That was a little weird. What I burned out on was the pants with the pee dribble. And that whole website thing, dude, I was like, stop this. Make it end.
That was the worst one.
That drove me freaking nuts.
Yeah.
All right, I was like, this one has to wrap it up. I will give credit, though, also to in episode 6, the one about they're at the driver's ed class, and it goes, don't talk about the tables in the movie, and it's all about the tables. That was funny. My biggest complaint is they just seem ill-formed and not that funny. And some are callbacks to other ones, and I know I'm wrong about this. I know everybody loves this. I know you love it. I know I'm wrong, but I have to be honest with myself. This just doesn't work for me. And I like idiotic humor. I love Conan O'Brien, right? That humor, generally speaking, is pretty stupid. So I'm on board. Something just doesn't work for me. I can't pinpoint it. I'm not laughing. I'm getting a couple chuckles here and there and going, okay, that's kind of good. But like even the one with Bob Odenkirk, who I love, I know you're not an Odenkirk fan. What was up with that one? Huh? It's like, oh, you tell a lie, I'm going to tell a lie. Oh, whatever. Yeah. The little buff boys.
that was pretty funny.
Awkward. I can see how they could be hilarious to someone, just not me.
How about when he's trying to eat a hot dog in the conference room?
Hated it. I was already like, this is your opening sketch. Your opening sketch is him upset that he can't have lunch, so he's trying to eat a hot dog in the meeting, and then he chokes on it. I'm looking at my notes. Man. That's it, because I was like, okay, I'm going to write down the ones that I liked, and the rest was just,
Without giving any more of it away.
Time out. I will prop him on this. He's got a good, diverse cast. It's not like the same people over and over again in his sketches. You get a real sense of a whole bunch of different people playing their parts, which I enjoyed. It's a diverse group of people, age-wise, men and women, different races. I like that, because it wasn't like the same stock characters in every sketch. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. If you didn't like season 1, you're not going to like season 2. I'll give you that. I thought it was one of the funniest things I've seen. Not all of them are winners, but...
Hey, I'm glad you liked it,
there's 16 sketches 22 sketches in 6 episodes or something. At least half of them, maybe 2/3, are good, and a couple of them are great. I brought this one up. I get to say if it's a Binge or Purge, right?
Absolutely. Okay. It's yours.
I think you should leave with Tim Robinson, season 2 on Netflix. Joe says it's a binge.
I'm happy for you, Joe. I'm glad you enjoy it for its comedic value and its 2 seasons of something that you love. Congrats.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Stop watching TV.
That's Stephanie Beatriz. I was just wondering what this was.
It's a commercial for frickin' the idiot that's selling
that
Priceline
guy?
or whatever.
Huh.
Yeah, we have the TV on in the background, folks, in case you didn't know.
Well, the Dodgers were on. Well, it reminded me that Brooklyn Nine-Nine is coming back. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Good.
Go ahead.
Good. Okay. I have a Netflix movie that just got released. Now, it's not a Netflix original, but Netflix is the only place you can watch it, so I was like, okay, good enough. It's from this year. It's 1 hour and 54 minutes. It is Gunpowder Milkshake.
Bad name, I'm out.
So what else is new, right? Surprise, Joe's out. Well, I was in. I was in for the whole 154 minutes. But I was out 10 minutes in.
154 minutes?
Oh, my God. 1 hour and 54 minutes. I can't read.
It's 2.5 hours, roughly.
I don't even... It's 1 hour and 54 minutes, like I said. It stars Karen Gillan, who was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm. She had a show called Selfie.
She did.
Yeah. She's been in a lot of stuff. She's very good.
Also, Lena Headey, Carla Gugino, Michelle Yeoh, Angela Bassett, and Paul Giamatti. A-listers. There's a lot of good actors in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole thing is whipped cream. Get it? Dun-dun-dun. Gunpowder Milkshake. It's all whipped cream.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't lead in that right.
You didn't really... Okay.
I didn't set it up properly.
Just went straight to the punchline.
Okay,
I like it.
Gunpowder Milkshake, all whipped cream.
There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Like Peter Travers' headline.
Yeah, I know. It's like John Wick meets Hotel Artemis meets any Quentin Tarantino movie you want to choose. You've seen this all before.
Oh.
There's nothing new. It's like, oh, I'm an assassin, and I'm and then there's like this league of female assassins, but no one's really developed character-wise. You know what I mean? It's like they show up and they fight, they shoot some guns, And my biggest pet peeve with this movie, and I've noticed a lot of action movies do this lately, is the characters come in contact with only the bad guys. Like, no matter where they go, there's nobody in this world, right?
No extras.
They have no extras. There's no extras budget in this movie.
Yeah,
okay?
been there.
All right, I know. You know what it's like, right? They go to an empty mall, a bowling alley, a parking garage full of cars. Okay, there's not a parking spot to be found. Not a single person is going to their car. It's just a full-on chase shootout in this parking garage, and no one is there. I think there's a chef. They actually end up going to some kitchen, and there's a chef who's not part of the storyline. The rest are just the good guys and the bad guys, and it just goes nowhere. The action scenes aren't particularly exciting. I mean, they're choreographed okay, but nothing great. Like I said, it's like John Wick, but not really. It's like Hotel Artemis, where you saw that movie, or Hotel Artemis.
That was good. I liked that.
Well, there's a whole premise where, they got to go to the special doctor who, takes care of these people.
Yeah.
And it's the thing called The Firm, and it's all these evil white men that are behind the curtains, and Paul Giamatti's their HR guy, and he's taking care of Karen Gillan, and it's just, I watched it and I was like, this reminds me of the movie I wanted to make in film school but never did. I always wanted to have a scene where you got a female assassin and she's got to come into this 50s style diner and sit down and confront the mob boss, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, I wanted to make this movie 27 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And now someone else made it, and I'm like, whew, glad I didn't make that.
Yeah.
Because it just didn't work.
So it's kind of like the Jennifer Garner thing, and there's 20 versions of this movie
There's
out there.
a million versions of this movie out there. And, like I said, the performances in it, the people that are in it, they're doing what they can with it, but the material's just not there for them.
Yeah.
They're just underdeveloped characters.
So I watched about 10 or 15 minutes of this, and the dialogue was so bad that I knew what it was I was watching, and I was like, this was made... Now, I have a prediction here. This was produced by or made by someone who's never done anything else before. Is that right?
No, it's an Israeli director, and he has something else. I looked in his credits. He's made a movie before. Nothing that I had heard of, but he has made something. But I just was thinking, how did you get so many good actors to be in something so basic?
I'm making the money motion with my hands right now.
Yeah, but if you got the money motion, then get yourself some extras. Okay?
Well,
you know what I mean? It's everywhere they go, there's nobody. She's driving all around town. There's nobody anywhere.
That is kind of weird. It sounds like something that definitely didn't come from a studio. Nobody signed off on this.
No.
It's just somebody just made it, and it landed at Netflix somehow.
Yep. 65 with the critics, 51 with the audience. That's about right. It's not awful. It's not like, oh my God, I'm getting eye cancer from this. You kept waiting for it to get better, and it never does.
It's no Knives Out.
You like Knives Out?
No, I actually haven't seen it, but everyone says it's really good.
Knives Out is a good movie.
Yeah,
but this is definitely not Knives Out. I don't even know why you would make that reference.
I thought they were like secret agents or something.
Wow, no.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
Again, haven't
close
seen
to
it.
that. You should see Knives Out. It's a good movie.
Okay.
But not Gunpowder Milkshake good. Okay?
Okay.
Not even close.
Okay.
So anyway, that's it. It's Gunpowder Milkshake on Netflix right now. Have a couple sips on the straw, and then Purge.
That was for your joke.
I know.
But
Sorry.
Also for the film. Okay, well, I've got a Amazon Prime movie. This stars Bruce Willis, who's great.
Can be.
Thomas Jane, who I'm not real familiar with. Johnny
Thomas Jane
Messner.
does a lot. Come on.
He's around. This is called Breach.
Uh-huh.
Now, I'll give you the premise. I almost remember it word for word from the Amazon page. They call it an Ark, a spaceship full of people that are cryogenically frozen because Earth is dying, so they're shipping all these people off to Mars or somewhere, some other planet. A lot like that movie Passengers. Remember that movie Passengers?
Yep, Chris Pratt.
Yeah. It starts out like that, and then it turns out that some shape-shifting evil being has gotten on board and is causing all kinds of havoc. So, of course, they have a military on board this ship, and they fight against it. Yeah, it's exactly what you think. Only the writing is on a whole other level of terrible, as is the production value, which
I see this as a Russian production.
could be. I don't know if they made it with cameras from the Soviet era or what, but you want to talk about bad production value. I've seen plenty of films at film festivals that will never see the light of day that looked 10 times better than this. And this is supposed to be a spaceship with an army on it. It's not like two people in a room talking where you could kind of film it with anything. This really needed a good director of photography and a good production designer. I don't know what happened, and sorry if I know either of those people that worked on this movie, but if it was made in Russia or something, maybe that explains some of it. This just looked old. It looked weird. It looked like it was lit by someone who didn't understand lighting. It just didn't look like a movie. I don't know how else to put it. It did not look like a movie.
What?
It looked terrible. The whole, just aesthetic of it was troubling. It was distracting from the quote-unquote story. It actually was released in December of 2020. It's only 92 minutes, which is, as you know...
Too long.
Well, it is too long, but 92 minutes is the exact length of time that something has to be considered a feature film.
I thought 90 minutes. It has to be 92?
That's what I've heard.
Really?
Yeah, because I saw some movie and the guy said they had to add 2 minutes to get it into festivals as a feature.
Wow. I learned something.
Maybe it was 72.
Make up your mind.
The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, the American Film Institute, and the British Film Institute all define a feature as a picture with a running time of over 40 minutes, while the Screen Actors Guild asserts that it must have a running time of 75 minutes or longer.
You know what I
Anyway.
learned today?
What?
Totally out of nowhere.
Okay.
Right? If you leave your clothes in the dryer too long and they come out wrinkly,
Yeah.
take a wet washcloth, throw it in the dryer, re-dry them, and it'll get the wrinkles out of your clothes.
Yeah, I knew that.
I didn't know that. You knew that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully our listeners are learning something today. Anyway, this thing is awful. You want to know what it did at the box office? Because apparently it was released in theaters at the same time, although nothing was
Where,
really open.
Madagascar? I never...
No, like the Midwest, like Orange County theaters were open back in December, I think.
Okay. So
So-
this was released...
Maybe 100 screens or something, or
Okay.
50 screens. You want to know what it did at the box office?
Oh, I'm waiting, please.
$39,000. But
That doesn't even pay Bruce Willis's salary for catering.
I don't know. This seemed like it was probably about double the budget of this thing. Now, I want to read you... Oh, I'll tell you who directed it. John Suits, who's done some other weird stuff.
Spielberg protege, right? Kidding. Just
Okay. Written by Edward Drake and Corey Large. Don't know who those people are, but two writers never good for something like this. Should have been pretty by the book. Now, I want to read you a couple of things because I really want to make my point on how terrible this was.
Okay.
So this is I'm going to need your help with this. It's
All
kind of a play along thing.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
We're getting interactive now.
One of the things that showed up on the Amazon Prime app, it says, here's some lines from the movie, or quotes, I guess they call it. You read Clay, and then I'll read Teak, that top
Okay.
one.
Okay, hold on here. How did this thing get on board?
Because somebody brought it on board.
Oh my God.
That's
it
one of
actually
the
says
things.
That. Okay, I'm going back to Teak.
Okay.
We're all gonna die. Bullets won't work. Fire can't be killed. It's death. What? Huh? Hold on. I wanna read
Fire
that.
can't be killed.
No. Oh wait. Hold on. It goes. We're all gonna die. Bullets won't work. Fire can't be killed. It's death. Okay, I got it now. I need.
Yeah. And then I'll give you the last one. What is it? You brought it here. You don't know? Where'd it come? This is all one character, by the way.
Okay.
Where'd it come from? Did you find it? Cook it in a lab? Did it fall from the sky? Where is it from? I mean, it goes on from there, but
Do I have any more to perform? Or
Oh,
is
yeah,
that it?
no, we can
I want
do-
more Teak.
okay. All right, your
Give me
Teak.
another Teak
Okay.
line. I like him. I'm relating to him.
Okay, I'll give you the Clay again. What is it? You brought it here. You don't know? Where'd it come from? Did you find it? Cook it in a lab? Did it fall from the sky? Where is it from?
The experiments. All right, this is getting old.
Yeah, it goes-
Okay, we
it goes
get
on.
it. I got it. I think the audience is like, stop. We're stopping.
Yeah, and scene.
Okay.
But it was just a lot of that and just weird looking stuff. The last thing I'll leave you with, This is a little bit gimmicky, but I had to read this review for you. This is a review that someone gave it on Amazon.
Okay, this is a critic or an audience review?
An audience review.
Okay.
Which I feel like it's okay to repeat because it's not a critic.
It's fine. I mean,
It's
we're not being
it's a
very
little
original
lazy.
here when you're... I was going to say, it's pretty lazy
It's a little
when
lazy.
we're using someone else's review on a review show. But
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
If
It's worth
good.
it.
Okay.
It's worth it.
Okay,
I'm going to read it word for word.
go.
We all need to do stuff sometimes because we have to. I'm trying to get through this without laughing. I'm thinking one of several things are going on here. 1, Bruce needed money to pay his taxes. 2, he needed a loss to write off. 3, he owed someone. 4, he did someone a favor. 5, he lost a bet. 6, he signed this contract when he was drunk. 7, someone held a gun to his head. And then it goes on a little bit more, but it just says this person's a big Bruce Willis fan and thought this was just a load of crap. Gave it a 1 out of 10. It has a pretty low rating. I didn't even look on Rotten
I give that
Tomatoes.
review a 1 out of 10. I was expecting more, I got to be honest with you.
Oh.
Joe, give yourself more credit than this guy, okay? You're a better reviewer than that,
Okay, thank you.
all right?
Anyway, there's dozens of those is really my point. People watched this and they were like, what the heck did I just watch? It was that bad. The visual effects really are the worst thing about it. The writing second, and the acting. Like you said, even a good actor can't do much with a crappy script.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what's going on here. It also just looked, I don't even want to say it looked like a student film. I mean, if it was a student film, they got a D. So there you go. That's our pull quote for the episode.
Great.
Anyway, you haven't heard of this or seen it, right?
I'm never going to hear about it again or see it again. I have nothing to do with it. Bye-bye. I'm even going to close the tab on my iPad.
Here,
Show
I'm
me.
going to crumple up my notes.
Crumple it up, get rid of it. Breach! Streaming on Amazon Prime. Joe says it's a big, big, big purge.
Let's recap. I think you should leave with Tim Robinson season 2 on Netflix. I said it's a binge. Dimo doesn't love it, but what else is new? Gunpowder Milkshake. Netflix, we think, bought this somewhere. Not a Netflix original. Dimo says Purge.
I did.
I watched part of it. I have to agree with that. And finally, on Amazon Prime, Breach, starring Bruce Willis, was such a train wreck. You almost should watch 10 minutes of it just to wonder what it is. And just to
Yeah, but you then know what's going to happen? Then every time I go to Amazon Prime, it's going to go, want to finish watching Breach?
Yeah.
And it's going to sit there for months.
That's true.
You know how many things I've begun on Amazon Prime and like, give it up, Amazon Prime. I'm clearly not coming back to this.
Yeah, or it's
Do you know what I
going to
mean?
recommend the latest Ghostbusters movie or
Right.
something.
Oh my God. Like, come on. I'm not going back. It's been a year. I'm not going to watch it, Amazon. Okay.
I wonder if there's a way to clear those out. Netflix
there?
does that too.
Yeah. I go over to Netflix and it's like, we gave up on you. And I'm like, good.
Yeah.
Good. Your algorithm's figuring me out. Thank you.
Yeah, if I turn something off 10 minutes in and don't go back to it for more than a couple of weeks, you can just clear it out of my queue.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a way to clear it out, but I'm not in the mood to explain it. Just Google it.
So there you go, Netflix. Free advice from Binge or Purge. Let's see. Please listen to us on Spotify, YouTube. It's audio only, don't worry. iTunes, Google Play, Listen Note, iHeart Podcasts.
All that.
What did you say the other day? Stitcher.
All those things. I don't know. Look, we put it somewhere and then it just spreads like a disease.
That's exactly
Right? It
what
goes,
it does.
it's there. I'm like, I'll be on some app and it's like, what are we doing on here? I don't know.
Yeah. And they play ads on it too, which is nice for somebody.
Have you legitimately listened to our
Yes.
stuff and it has ads on it?
Yes, on iHeart.
Oh man, that gets me mad.
Yeah.
We make 0.0 money on this, right?
Negative, actually.
Negative. Yeah, I know, right? And the cost of my time.
Yeah.
The cost of my time.
Your time's valuable. Well, we should get some sponsors back, even if they're fake, because a few people have mentioned that they miss our commercials.
Yes, we'll get some fake sponsors back to give us their fake money, and
Sure.
we'll fake plug them.
Yep.
Wonderful. If you want to reach out to us, please, we're open to anything. Hit us up on Facebook at Binge or Purge Podcast. Is that what it is on Facebook?
Yep.
Okay. Email us at bingerpurgepodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter at Binge or Purge and on Instagram at Binge or Purge Podcast. As always, we want to thank Just the Facts. You can follow Just the Facts on Instagram at the Jesse Greer. That's Jesse with a Y. So for Joe Taylor, my name is Dimo. This has been Binge or Purge Streaming Reviews. Thank you so much for listening, and we hope to see you next time.